This video is sponsored by Sierra Treasure. Sierra Treasure is where I get my knob pine cones from, and let me tell you, this is by far the best quality knob pine cones I have ever received. Every single pendant turns out to be spectacular because of these cones. When you slice it open, you ain't gonna find no holes, no molds, no rot. Perfect quality pendants, ready to be made and ready to be sold or wear. The best part is that you have so many options to choose from. You can either go with big or small, yellow or gray, tall or skinny, you name it, they got it. Be sure to go check out Sierra Treasure. The link will be in the description. Hey, what's up guys? It's your girl Ben, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can make colorful pinecone pendants by dyeing it with tie-dye. You will be surprised how easy it is and how simple this is, and yet no one is doing this. Before we get started, please leave a like on this video, subscribe for more educational pinecone pendant videos, whatever you want to call this, tutorial. Subscribe for more. It's very much appreciated, as always. Let's not waste any more time. So your best friend for this project is a tie-dye kit. Me, personally, I choose the one that comes with variety of colors that you can buy on Amazon or Michaels. I'm using the Tulip brand. I know. The Tulip brand isn't the best brand in the world, but for $15, you can't beat the price. It comes with a tablecloth cover. It comes with gloves, rubber bands, variety of colors. You cannot beat that for $15. And on top of that, honestly, there is no need for you to spend a lot of money on good quality tie-dye because it's going to be the same result either way. It's not going to make a difference. Honestly, you're just wasting money. You could be saving that money for more and better supplies. So just be mindful of that. Again, this brand will do the job. So please, don't spend more money than you have to spend. Man, this is something I need to tell myself every single time I spend crazy amount of money on food. That shit adds up over time. Especially when I take people out to eat. Anytime I'm low-key shooting my shot with anyone. Specifically at this place, the Cheesecake Factory. I used to work there, so that's how I got this shirt. Fucking hated that place. I love the food, I love the place, but working there is a goddamn nightmare. This is the tie-dye kit I'm using. This is the cheap stuff. This is not the best quality tie-dye. I have 5 beautiful pinecone pendants right here. I'm gonna start painting them with a paintbrush. This is the brush I'm using. These are good quality. Personally, I don't recommend you using good quality brushes because once you use this, it's going to be very hard to reuse it. Unless you keep it in water, you can't let it sit out. Once it dries up, it's going to be really hard like acrylic paint. And it's going to cost a lot of money over time. But if you want some fine, thin brush like this, you can find cheaper version of this at the Dollar Tree. We're going to start with this brush. Just simply paint it across. As you may tell, some pendants will react differently to others. For example, this has a very light tone. Here's what it looks like if you were to go for a second time. For a second coat, I should say. For now, we're just going to focus on these 3. This is going to be coat number 1, coat 2, and this one's going to have 3 coats. While these 2 are drying up, we're going to move on to this one. I'm going to grab blue. This one does not have that much dye in it, so it may not stay on. It may not be very bold. That's not exactly what I'm going for. May be a bit difficult to see on camera, but in person, you can tell that it's very light. You can overlap. Remember, if you were to go over, it's going to change colors. This is going to be purple once you cover this up with UV resin. Now I'm going to grab a darker blue and just simply go over the lines. Now you can kind of tell that this is a bit darker. Okay, I gave it enough time. Now time for the third and final coat. You can go for a fourth and fifth time, but like I showed you earlier, it's gonna end up being very dark like the purple I showed you. If that's not what you're trying to go for, then stop while you're ahead. Oops, accidentally used the wrong brush. Crap. Remember, this one's gonna have 2 coats of the blue, and this one's gonna have 3. If you ever feel like you put way too much dye on a certain area, before it dries up, get a paper towel and just get it off. Push it hard as you can and it will come off. Do not let this sit out for too long though, because once it dries up, there ain't no going back. Out drying, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna fill this yellow and orange color up with water. A quick tip, because yellow tends to be the hardest color to stay on anything in general, yellow will be the hardest color to stay on when it comes to a Pinecone pendant. Black is the easiest color that'll stay on, and yellow will be the most difficult. So what I would do is just fill this up with very little water. Honestly, this right here is good. You just gotta stir it up, make sure the dye is everywhere. We're gonna come back to that. With this orange, on the other hand, this won't be a problem. This won't be as bad. So with orange, you can just do your thing. Dump the whole thing if you want. And with orange, honestly, you can just fill this up with, you can fill this up all the way. This is an 8-ounce cup right here. Once you do that, stir it up and it will still stay on. With this yellow on the other hand, don't fill this up all the way to the top if you're using an 8-ounce cup. Use very little as possible when it comes to the color yellow. Again, use very little water. Any other color, even orange, red, lime green, you can put all the water in you want. However much water you want. With yellow, put very little. With this orange and yellow, this is only gonna have 1 coat, 2 coats, 3 coats. Because I'm feeling a little creative, I thought, you know what, why not add green? So this is what it looks like when it's all dried up now. Looks pretty colorful if you ask me. Ooh, I just got the fruity touch now. At this point, you can put any Cricut design you would like. Here's what it looks like when it's wet with UV resin. This is what it looks like when it's dried up. Here it is. Here is the final result. Oh, I forgot. First coat, second coat, and the third coat. And this is how it turned out. In my honest opinion, all you really need for this project is one coat and one coat only. Still amazing. Unlike with these two, I just feel like it's too dark. If you're going for dark, then by all means, add a second and third coat. But in this case, in this project, more is less. Hold up. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. I really just said more is less. What I meant to say is less is more. Please roast me. Please make fun of me for saying that. Now it's time to tie-dye the entire cone. All you literally have to do is grab a cone, dip it into the dye, let it sit, and then take it out, let it dry, just like an Easter egg. But don't use the Easter egg coloring dye kit. I tried it, it doesn't work. Please use this tie-dye. One thing that comes up for me in this project is, can I slice a knob pine cone, fill the entire dye inside, and will it soak through the whole pine cone? Will it bleed through? And the answer is no. It doesn't work like that.
Ugh. It's very black, very dark.
Blue, pink, I think. Yeah, it's pink. Green, violet. Wow, have a look at this. If you want to dye your pine cones, all you simply have to do is just use tie-dye and you will get what you want. Oh, by the way, all of this is a little wet still. I know it doesn't look the best, but once it does, it will look a lot better. So, wow, have a look at this. This is what it looks like when it's all dried up. Same with right here. But keep in mind though, be careful, be very wise of the amount of powder and the amount of dye you use, because if you use too much, look how it may turn out. Dark, take away the details. You can't, I'm just gonna sand it away and just, you know, this isn't good. It's way too dark. It's black, it's not even violet, it's not even close to being the color it's supposed to be. This is how it dried up. This is what the inside looks like. Let's find out what it looks like. remember, this may have a lot of space in the middle, but that doesn't mean it's gonna go down inside of the pendant, because look, it just stops right here. But I mean, hey, you never know. Let's find out what this one has inside. This hot pink. Nothing. This is how it came out. Remember, if you want to dye both sides, unfortunately, you're going to have to do it one at a time. And be very careful. It will become more fragile. So if you want to dye both sides, unfortunately, you're going to have to do it one at a time. There's really nothing else you can do. The inside barely has any dye in it. It doesn't bleed through like a Sharpie. So, best thing you can really do is just dye this one at a time. So here's this very dark pendant that you can barely see anymore. I feel like some of you are wondering, how can you remove this? Bleach? No, don't use bleach. The answer is simple. All you need to do is just sand it down. Have this design, this cool texture details facing down, because that's where the resin's gonna be at, facing down. You can leave it like that. It can be a little thick, it's okay. It can be thick in the middle, so when you put it flat, it will just go out to the side. Yeah, the whole pendant is covered. Alright, moment of truth. How did it come out? Ooh, it came out pretty good. The whole entire pendant is covered up. It's very important that you have the entire silicone piece clean, because there is some spots on it. I'll show you under UV light. Okay, this came out good as well, except for these two spots. Again, it's very important that the silicone that you're using is very clean. There's nothing on it. If there's something on it, it will show. Other than that, I'm really happy how this came out, especially the way this one looks. I'm in love. I know what you're thinking. Ben, didn't you just use the clear glow-in-the-dark powder like 2 seconds ago? Yes I did. Those two did not come out good. I didn't like the way it looked. No, it can be better. For the pink, you do exactly the same thing. Nothing different, only the color. Here's the clip of what the glow-in-the-dark looks like. I mean, it doesn't look terrible, but I feel like it can do better. And I know I'm better than that, because I'm teaching you how to do this. And as a teacher, I feel like I need to mastermind everything in order for me to teach you, even though I myself am learning. But then again, who isn't learning? We all learn something new each and every single day. No matter whether you're in quarantine, out in the world, or in college, no matter what day, good or bad, you're learning something new, no matter what. This is the end of the video. If you actually watched this entire video without skipping, I applaud you. Seriously, I applaud you. Thank you for that. Just know that the longer you watch my videos, the more videos you watch, you are helping me grow this channel by a whole lot. One person makes a big difference. That's why it means so much when I have 30 people watching my videos, 20, any amount helps. So thank you for that so much. If you guys need any help at all, have any questions, you want to get to know me, feel free to reach out to me on Instagram at bmachado13. I will respond back to you as soon as I can. I'm a busy man, so please don't expect me to respond in like 5 minutes. And remember, the less water you put in your tie-dye, the stronger it'll be. The more water you put and less tie-dye powder, the weaker the dye will be. I'll see you guys in my next Pinecone video.